Hello Meow.
Hello Meow.
And welcome back to the channel.
I'm Ship.
And I'm Valectro.
And you are now welcome to our channel.
Welcome back to the Disney Channel. You're watching the Disney Channel.
Oh, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
Well guys, if you haven't quite noticed, we're drawing another redraw of an old picture from last year.
Yes.
And this one is Florificent, and he's inspired by Maleficent, Poison Ivy, and I forget, just plant powers in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically he's like a fairy demon
so
hybrid thing.
basically the concept is Valectro was like, when we first met, what powers would Valectro have if Shift has water? And I was like, choose an element, because he's like, I want all the powers, I just want to be everything. I was like, you can't choose everything, otherwise you'd just be like Omega. Yeah, I'm like, choose an element. He's like, I don't know, electricity, I guess, because I like computers.
Yeah, that's basically just the first thing I thought of, and I was after drawing them and stuff like that, I'm just like, you know what? I don't like having electricity powers. Like we just did like a whole comic and everything with your character, and I'm like, I know.
I like Poison Ivy. She's an underrated character, and she's just OP. And then I was just like, well, why don't you do a character that's based on plants then?
Yeah. So as you might notice in the first one, it's like really over the top, and there's like 100 different things going on. It was just a mess. It was like there was a concept for the head, and then for the shoulders and stuff, I kind of drew something else, and then for the pelvis area, it was another design, and then so on. It was just like 20 different things just splattered on, because I'm like, it needs more different plants and more designs, and oh my god, it was just so bad.
As well as I was in your ear basically going, let's not just make it just plants, let's make it morph limbs. So there was elongated arms, there was elongated legs, there was like a sort of hybrid gecko frog feet.
Yes, there was just so much. It was like 50 ideas smashed together to make one picture, and then at the end it was just like we both kind of turned to each other and we're like, I hate it.
Yeah.
It was just like,
it
no.
was also, okay, so this is for a portrait, and it is literally a family portrait.
Yes.
And we had one of just us two, but we wanted something that included the cats as superheroes, and that was the first attempt. And when you put it on the picture with all the rest of them looked very, very undetailed and small.
Yeah.
And your picture was 10 times the size of them. And I'm like, it's supposed to be a fairy.
Sorry about it. But yeah, like that was the thing. Like I wanted wings, but at the same time, like, you know, you should be more realistic, like bird wings, and make the wings super massive so it makes more sense. Yeah. And then when we went to put it in the picture, it was like, yeah, the wings take over the whole picture now.
Yeah, because I'm about like logic with the wings. I'm like, if a bird is torso is like tiny, and then the wings are like 10 times the size, how big would your wings need to be to lift off a human?
Yeah.
And it kind of got out of control from there.
Yes, and like what I've also noticed, right, if you look at the original picture of this, so if you go back to the start of the video and watch it again, wink wink nudge nudge, the old Florificent, he's very like generic looking, even though there's so much going on. His face and his body and stuff to me looks very generic, and and this one now looks very much more stylized. And I'm like, I've actually got like a style going on now, and I can actually see the difference. I'm like, I really like it. I like where I'm going with my art. It's cool. And it has like this uniqueness to it, and I was so happy about that. I'm like, I never thought I had an art style, but now when I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It looks cool. I like it. I love it.
It's so posy.
Yes, and also I feel like this picture right now is like the perfect time to post it, because it's like got that creepiness to it. So it's like, it's Halloween, and I'm so excited for Halloween. Oh yeah, I love Halloween. We did like 2 pictures last year for Halloween. We did the witch and
the vampire.
Oh my god, I love those pictures still.
Yeah.
Because
and we kind of traded appearances. Like the vampire had the short hair, but it was ginger, and then the long-haired one had like a not pearlescent, pastel hair color.
It was very purpley.
Yeah.
Yes. And I love those pictures. Like when I look at them, they make me so happy, because it was around when we first started YouTube. We're almost up to our 1-year anniversary. Oh my god, I'm so excited for that, guys. You got to keep an eye out for the video. We're going to be doing something special, so you have to watch it. You make sure you're subscribed and all that jazz so you can participate. So just warning for warning. But yeah, so they were, before we did YouTube, we never shaded.
No.
As you can tell with all these redraws we've done recently, none of them have been shaded beforehand, but now the new ones are. So,
I mean, I think we'd only shade if it was something like we're getting it printed out. We want it to look fully legit from anywhere in the room.
Yeah, like if it was for a birthday present or Christmas or something like that, that was the only time we'd ever get it done properly.
Yeah.
So now that when we started YouTube, we're like, we have to shade all of them. They have to be like the best of the best. So they were like the first couple that we actually shaded on the channel. And whenever I see them, like, oh my God, I love this picture. It's so happy. It's like such a good memory. I'm like, I should totally print them out and put them on our walls. I have like a whole Halloween themed wall in our house. So like every year we do Halloween on YouTube, we just print it out and post it. It'll be like amazing. But yeah, so we should probably talk more about the picture.
Yes, so you've included tattoos in this picture for, you know, you've been wanting to do more tattoos. I've been pushing you to do more tattoos.
Yeah. And it just seemed to work out well. It was like a cool planty type thing and add vines and spikes. It was cool.
Yeah, I like how it actually flows throughout the whole body. It's not just random tattoos in random places. It feels like it highlights each.
Accentuates body parts, so then they like stick out more and actually like, that word, you know. Sorry, I'm not the best with words, but you guys get me, I hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, and as well as you can tell, like with the outfit for the original one, like I wanted to keep the same aspects, so the shoulder things poking out. I wanted to do that, but not so excessive with like 50 things.
Yeah.
Like I took it down to 2. It was 3, but then I took down to 2 on each side because like 3 still seems a bit excessive. But then I feel like I what's the word? Made up for it. What's the word for made up for it?
Made up for it.
Compromised. And put like the little spikes like coming out of his shoulders, because I felt like the horns, you know, he can have them out of his shoulders as well. And then I put some on his legs. I'm like, it makes it more cohesive and more planty.
Yeah. And with the colors, what I did was you really loved the green, electric green from the first picture and the skin tone from the first picture. So I took those colors, and then the other colors I just kind of made up from there. I know I wanted it to be pink. I know I didn't like the hair color from the original. It was kind of just like a platinum yellowy blonde.
Yeah.
And I was trying to go natural, but with all this unnatural stuff going on. But I felt like with this hairstyle, the pink for the hair, I went for something like milkshake pink. And with the green skin tone, I did a light green for a nude illusion in amongst it.
Yeah.
So I kept your green and made it that nude.
Yes, and I love these colors. They're so pretty. Like I love pink. I've just become obsessed with recently. Like I've never been really a fan of pink, but I feel like I've gotten over every other color, that now pink is the color I have barely used before, and I'm like, it looks amazing. Pinks and blues together, they just look so pretty, like all the time. And a little bit of yellow, it's just, so that's why mine's like very bluish, pinky and yellow. I'm like, it's so pretty, I love it.
That's how I was like obsessed with red, and then I just got to that point where I'm like, I've seen red everywhere. I have like a red pencil case, red shoes, red shirt, and it's like red everything. And then I found purple, and I'm like, it's red, but it's evolved.
New obsession.
Yes. Now everything has to be purple with a bit of red.
And that's what exactly. I get you like totally with that. Like just get border colors. And then so like the other thing I like about it is like he was supposed to be more like a villainous type character, so he was like my villain Sona, and so it's opposite of Valectro. And then like because he's like got those bright colors, you never see those on villains usually. They're very like dark and demure and like moody and stuff. I'm like, I wanted someone bright and like happy looking. Like when you look at them when you're looking from afar, he looks like he's a cool person. When you get close and you see his face and how creepy it is, you're like, oh damn, he means business.
Yeah, it's kind of like with every single villain has all these dark colors, and it's like they're hiding in the shadows. But if you're a villain and you're good at what you do, you stand out when you walk down the street. You strut down that street. You're like, look at me. Yes, I'm bad. You love it.
You know you want to. Come get. Yeah, I totally see this character just like so chill and so like, you know, he's digging the villain lifestyle. He's like, I can do whatever I want. No hero's gonna stop me. And he's just like destroying everything and just going to town, chaotic evil. Woo!
But the thing is like Shift is actually a good guy, and it's like Shift is like married to Valectro, but it's like he's in a family portrait with Florificent. I'm like, this is so scandalous. It's like Shift shapeshifted, and then he's with Florificent, but then he shapeshifts back into his bipedal form.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, I'm also with Valectro.
Yeah, so this character, I had so much fun designing him. He was a blast. Like, I usually have so much difficulty designing characters based on myself. I'm always like second guessing and then never end up finishing it.
They're never good enough.
No, they're
You're
not.
like, I don't feel like it represents me properly. And I'm like, that's because it's not colourful enough.
Yeah,
or something
I don't
like
know.
that.
Like, I feel like by the end of it, I look at it, I'm like, it could have been better. And then I just never do it, you know?
Yeah.
So it just sits there and it stagnates and I'm like, whatever. But anyways, Jess, and then we get to the background. I did 2 backgrounds. The first one I was like super lazy with because
Yeah.
it was like right before bed. So then I did another one and the new one, I love it. It's so
Yeah.
pretty.
So with the first background, you were kind of like, I'm going to just put some colours and then smudge them. And then at the end of the night, you're like, so do you like it? I'm like, everything but the background. That background sucks. And then I'm like, you know, you were like, oh, what would you do better? I'm like, nothing, because I can't do backgrounds. But maybe do a tree, because mine's in the ocean. Yours is flying above the trees. I'll do like some cherry blossoms or something. And long behold.
I did some cherry blossoms, and because we've been watching lots of Card Captor Sakura lately, it's like kind of fits with our theme right now. So I like looked up some pictures and like, okay, I get a basic understanding of trees. Like, I've never been able to draw branches. They always look stupid whenever I draw them. I'm like,
Oh my
how do
God.
branches work? They look random, but when I do random, it looks not random and it looks stupid.
Spoiler, next week, I've already drawn a picture to come out, and it's got trees in it. I tried doing trees, it did not work.
Yes, I
So I
know.
just blurred the whole screen and made the whole backdrop just brown and green.
So guys, that's basically the picture. They give us a couple of seconds and then, you know, it will show you the previous. So that's Florificent in his mighty messness. And then we'll swap over to the new one. And look at that background, it's so amazing.
Stunning.
So guys, we hope you enjoyed today's video. Let us know the
Let
comments
us know down in the comment section below.
what your favorite part was and if you liked the improvement. And we'll see you next time.
Bye, Meow.
Meow.